Welcome back to the Hearthstone Alphabet Tournament Basic League, where we are finding out which letter in the basic set is the most powerful. Today's game, the letter D versus the letter E, represented by Priest for the D and Warrior for the E. Just to quickly go over the rules, they're in the bottom right hand corner. Cards used must contain the nominated letter in the card name. Basic set only, because I do not have any other complete sets. Blizzard give me free packs. All class cards that are available must be used. Going into the deck lists here, what's exciting? Mind Vision for the Priest, might see them pick something juicy like an Arcanite Reaper. The Warrior looking stronger than the previous game's Warrior, which was the letter C, because of the Fiery War Axe, which is going to help it massively in the early game. But if it goes into late game, the Priest Mind Control could become a problem. Okay, so game number one, looking at the Warriors E-deck point of view. A couple of Rocketeers, a lot of late game burst damage, but not very good right now. Charge, as seen in the previous game, gives a friendly minion chance. It can't attack heroes this turn, so you're basically only wanting to use that when putting down a minion and then sending it into another minion. Basically rush, but they hadn't figured that out yet. Priest has the Mind Vision on turn 1, that's quite good. So let's see what he gets. What does he get? Execute. That could be useful. Boulder Fist for the Warrior. Going to coin out the Raptor. Very nice. As with the previous game as well, Warrior has weapons, so the Priest is going to want to save the use and not use it to contest the Bloodfen. But it doesn't give him many options dealing with it, because you're not going to use an execute on it. Probably just going to take a bit of face damage and see what he draws. He's thinking about it. Oh no, he's going to go for it. He's thinking, if I don't draw anything I'll be screwed, so let's just hope I draw another one. The Heroic Strike is going to deal with that. Heroic Strike has been incredibly good so far in this tournament, providing the Warriors a lot more control than the other classes. Oh, he draws the answer to the Bloodfen Raptor. He's going to create a equal board state going into turn 3. Korkrong Elite, two of them, very good card. It's going to be able to put on a lot of pressure. Charge minions just historically have always been pretty powerful, pretty broken. And when you're only dealing with the basic set, I think that is still very true. And they are going to get +1 damage from the Warsong Commander, so that will actually have a nice bit of synergy there, providing it lives. 4 damage is obviously quite difficult for the Priest to deal with, because the Shadow Word Death and Pain are either side of it. Using the nerfed Power Word Shield on the minion, Dark Scale, just to make it a big body that the Warrior might not be able to deal with, but he can because of the Arcanite Reaper. Or just, I wouldn't use the second Korkrong because then they're both going to die. However, this will not be too bad, because the next turn he could swing into the next threat and then play a minion. Oh, he's going to go for both, and he's going to rush face. A lot of pressure, because obviously he knows the Priest can't deal with the full attack minion too well. Sun Shattersun Cleric, another very popular card in this league. That and a Stormwind Champion you will be seeing a lot of, and the Boulder Fist Ogre. Obviously a juicy 6-drop, just a big body, hard to deal with, but not so much for the Priest because of Shadow Word Death. And even the Warrior with the Execute has a answer for it. What we got here? Nothing is particularly clean. I don't see him getting rid of both minions this turn. I think I like the Korkrong into the Dark Scale, play a couple of small minions, and then you can deal with the Bolt Fist next turn. Is what I would do. Just looking up there, the Priest does have the Mind Control, so the Warrior's game plan going into this should be, I want to do as much damage early on get my bigger minions out there early as well, because by turn 10, if you play that Boulder Fist is just going to get mind controlled, which will provide a very heavy swing. Because not only do you lose a minion, but they gain a minion, your minion, which just adds to the burn. Boulder Fist Ogre getting even bigger with the Shattered Sun Cleric. Doesn't really matter how big because it's going to get executed. Ooh, shield block. Providing very good card draw. There is not much card draw in these decks, so the deck with the most card draw is at a significant advantage. So the Warrior has a lot more cards than the Priest here. Ooh. Wanting to get the Boulder Fist off the board as soon as possible, so tanking the face damage. I think the Boulder Fist is the Priest's biggest minion, so best target for execute. And obviously the Arcanite Reaper makes short work of that Dart Scale healer. The Dalaran Mage, not very relevant in this deck because not many, if any, abilities scale with spell power. Obviously, Holy Smite would be nice, but it doesn't have the letter D in it. Bloodfen Raptor. It's gonna. You could quite nicely trade the Dalaran into the Bloodfen, so I think it's just there to soak up a bit of damage. Obviously, the Warrior is getting very, very low. Just so much pressure from the Priest. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Radiance restore 5 health to your hero is not affected by spell power. What? There's no time to dwell on that because the game's still going. Warrior can and probably should shield block just to get some more health. Another execute in case a big mob comes down. Priest relying on the mind control. Based on the Warrior's hand, not great targets. Oh, here we go. Fiery War Axe. Going to help the Warrior take back control of his board. Depending on the Priest's draws, the Warrior could turn this game around. He's got 30 health to deal, which is a lot, but a couple of useless draws like the Voodoo Doctor isn't going to do anything there. Is he going to use the mind control on the 4-3? Or is the Priest going to wait for a better target? He is going to use it. Probably to trade, I would imagine. Nope. Nope, because it is rested, you can't do that. I am bad at this game. Which gives him a Fiery War Axe target. He's going to tank a lot of damage. Luckily he can armor up, which I think he could use pretty much all his cards. Now, I'm kind of hoping he tries to cleave, because I don't actually know if you can cleave just one target. It clearly says 2 targets, but you never know. Shadowwood Pain coming in. It's better in the early game, but you know, take what you can get. Voodoo Doctor. Good for healing those bigger minions, but quite useless by itself. Another shield block, bringing in that classic card draw. I feel like we're pretty much in top deck in here. Oh, another bit of card draw and a body. Oh, and another one. All this card draw. Priest. This is how it's done. Stormwind Champion. That is... It's not going to be very good though because of the execute. The Priest is trying to push as much face damage as he can, but I think the Warrior might be able to keep going with this. Reckless Rocketeer is going to provide a lot of damage. It usually dies to whatever it runs into because of the 2 health, but if you just send it face, cleaving the 2 targets, which makes it open the execute. Very nicely done. Oh, whoa, 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 yeah. Don't play the Shattered Sun, what are you doing? Armour up. Now what can the Priest draw? Nothing deals 11 damage, I'll tell you that. If he puts anything big on the board, the Reckless Rocketeer. Stormwind Knight is another charge minion. They love their charge minions in the basic set, but most of them aren't statted very well. They either die straight away or their damage is quite low. Probably gonna... What is he gonna do? Ah! Buffing it so it does not die like I said it would. Oh, yeah. Go on, keep the ball clear. You've got this. Or you're just gonna rush face. Just rushing face. Obviously there is the second mind control which could do... Oh, there it is! Well, 6-3 easy. That's 8. He's still 3 damage away though. Is it enough? How much does the warrior have? He could keep the board clear though. No, he's just going to rush face. 2, 4, 7. He's 4 damage. That's not 4 damage. So, another good... Shame you don't have any spell power, but why would they? Just leaving the Shattered Sun. Oh no, that survived. I can't count. Boldfist Ogre. That is pretty good draw at this late stage of the top decking game. They're both just healing 2 for 2 for 2. Fiery War Axe. 6, 8. 8 damage. Is that enough? Seeing it, if he tries to trade, it's not 6. It will be good enough, but then you're just kind of in the same situation really. You force the priest to draw damage, to draw lethal, or you have lethal. And that's gonna do it. That the +1 gives him enough. Filthy top deck on 2 health. Unbelievable. The warrior said, "Come at me, bro," and the Boldfist did. That's game 1. Okay, game number 2. Can the warrior bring this back after that disappointing finish last game? Quite a good start. Do you keep the shield block? No. Don't even have enough time to discuss it, but just no. I guess you want minions early on to try and get that wide board, which these decks are going to struggle with. Charge might be relevant. If you get like a 2-drop, 10-3, you can send it straight into a 2 or 3 health minion. They're both probably going to die, but yeah. Priest, what does Priest have? Priest has a couple of different... a death, a pain, 2 free drops, so it's probably going to coin a free drop next turn. That's the warrior, armor up. You never go heroic strike into face unless it's for lethal. Mind vision again. Oh, what are we going to get? Going to use it this turn. Might prefer to coin a free drop. Yeah, next turn, next turn. I'm excited for the mind vision. It's going to mix this game up. Make it less vanilla. Turn it into chocolate. Fiery War Axe. Oh, answered. Anything 4 health is just breakfast for the warrior with heroic strike. Very nice. Still has the armor. So naked Shattered Sun or mind vision? I prefer mind vision, more fun. And he gets a Shattered Sun. Huh. Not very exciting, but decent card. So if Priest has 3 of them in the deck now, compared to the Warriors 2, will that be relevant? Another heroic strike. It's got a lot of early game tools with the Fiery War Axe, the heroic strike. This Gnomish Inventor is pretty sturdy in the early game as well. Like for example, that not against Shadow Word Pain though. That's gonna eat that. Gobble gobble. Awesome Commander. Do you play that? Well, you play that over the Shattered Sun, surely. It's just going to think about just getting the weapon ready for swinging it at the next turn's minion, but nope. No, I like the 2-3 play. I think the Priest has to... I was going to say has to play a naked 3-drop, but that'll do as well. Doesn't really achieve much because that's just going to get Fiery War Axed. That achieved very little actually, but I guess the Priest wasn't ready to know that. And now this 2-1 surviving minion is going to get Shattered Sunned. So Warrior taking this game taking control of this game. There we go. With this amazing spectator mode, it's quite difficult to see what the priest has. That's a Bolt of his Ogre. Oh, yes. Heroic Strike on your weapon, that's 7 damage. Heroic Strike, so quickly becoming my favourite card of the league. I mean, we're only 2 games in, so that can change, but right now it is doing a fantastic job. Very, very rarely seen, if at all, in Standard. So this has been recorded during the Ashes of Outland expansion. I don't think I've ever seen Heroic Strike be played. I'm glad I'm seeing it now. What a card. Imagine it on the Arcanite Reaper, 9 damage. Oh, frothing at the mouth. Okay, back to the Priest. Gonna buff that up with the Cleric, so it's a 2-5. We should be able to take out 2 minions. If not for the Arcanite Reaper, which is good. Kind of like the Warrior against the Hunter last game, where everything that was played against it, the Warrior just had an answer for. Seems like the case again. It's going to be able to clear the Priest board, have 2 minions left over, push more face damage. Oh! I did not see that play, I wasn't paying attention. Minion in for the cleave, saves the Arcanite Reaper charges, has enough mana for a Bolt Fisk. That, I'm glad someone's clued in, because that was a juicy turn. Very good. Shame it's going to get deft, but you know, what choice do you have? Noticing the Priest has Mind Control. The Warrior currently has no good targets for it. Hopefully I'm sure he'll draw into something big soon. Tazdingo is another prey to the Arcanite Reaper. That shield was not big enough for that massive axe. Charge still sitting in the hand, being completely useless. Wait, no. Oh, see, okay, so the charge could be given to the Shattered Sun to then get an extra damage, but you can't use it. You can't then go face because it doesn't let you attack face. So the correct play would be to attack face, then give it charge, then pass your turn, because then it will have more damage next turn. Will they spot that? Or have they looked at the card and gone, nah mate, I just blank it out. Nightblade, a bit more pressure. I think the Warrior's just going full aggro now. He's done so much damage. The Priest has 2 mind controls, but because when you take a minion it has to snooze, it won't be fast enough. It's too slow at 10 mana to do anything, and I think this might be GG. Let's see what happens. Does the Priest concede, making it 1-1, or does he pretend like he's got this? Yeah, I'm just going to mind control, do the maths. You're just wasting both our times now. There we go. It is finished. Warrior takes the second game. Okay, game number 3. The deciding match between Priest, representing the letter D, and Warrior, representing the letter E. Looking at the mulligan, might want to keep the cleave. It's good for those Shattered Sun clerics. Not very good for much else, considering a lot of the other Priest minions have more than 2 HP. But other than that, quite a good curve. Looking at the Priest hand, Mind Visions again. It's been a bit boring the last 2 times it's been played, but maybe 3rd time is the charm. I'm sure he's going to cast it this turn. There we go. What do we get? Warsong Commander. 3rd time, not the charm. Warrior probably just going to get pass. Back to the Priest. Probably want to save the ooze for one of the 4 weapons the Warrior has. Obviously only 2 oozes. I'm not sure if you wait for the Arcanite Reapers or just go for a Fiery War Axe, so then you get that 3-2 body on the table. Awesome Commander coming down. It's probably going to get buffed up by a Cleric next turn. How will the Priest respond? Got a Cleric of his own, goes for the Dalaran Mage. Spell damage not meaning anything in this matchup or deck. So 1/4 body. Can't be killed this turn, but can be weakened, or does he just go face? Looks like he's going to go for it. That's fine, I guess, because the Dalama Mage doesn't kill anything still. Looking at his hand, what's he got? Oh no! The Cleric can buff it up, and then he can kill the other Cleric.
We must cleanse the
Cleric Revenge. Oh yeah, that's a good way for it to go. Fiery War Axe will kill that 3/2. It's quite nice. Or you could, yeah, Shattered Sun it so it survives the trade. And with these kind of decks, keeping your minions alive after a nice trade is one of the best things you can do. Getting 2-for-1 trades is just it's the way to victory. Darkscale Healer coming down as a naked 4/5. How's he going to deal with it? See, this is where you could, I mean, just yeah, give the Cleric charge, so it's got 4 attack. Then you could go into the Darkscale, which still doesn't kill it, but it would be fun. The axe. Yeah, so you can use that next turn for whatever comes down. Might be seeing the use this turn. The Ooze and Tazdingo 1 would be a pretty good turn. Oh, Boulder Fist. Yeah, I don't like the Boulder Fist play because it just gets answered with 4/1 and the weapon. There goes the Ooze. Very nice. But obviously the Cleave is going to do some work here, leaving enough mana for the Gnomish Inventor, which can then draw a card, which is always nice. Shield block as well, so the Warrior is pretty good for card draw. He's not worried about running out of cards. Yep, here we go. Yeah, doing the math. Oh, draw first because just to check your options, always wise. Still going to go for the same play. Second Mind Vision. 4th time might be the charm. Are we going to see it? Yes, we are going to see it this turn. Here we go, here we go. Charge. Oh my goodness, it just gets worse. But it does have the synergy with the Warsong Commander, which could be relevant. I really hope it is. That would be very exciting. Still, Boulder Fist coming down. It's probably going to get executed if I was in control of this deck. Yeah. Shame 1 mana off being able to put their own Boulder Fist down. No mind, bit of armor. Corcoran Elite, very good, very strong card in the basic set. Much stronger than the Voodoo Doctor that just got drawn. It's probably just going to put all the minions down, make a big wide board. Wide being 3 minions. This is relative. How does the Warrior answer this? With the Cleave, perhaps. Corcoran Elite into the 4/1 so it stays alive. You can get 2 trades, like we were talking about. Get lucky. You're not really getting lucky with the Cleave. But it does put one of the minions down on 1. Kills the other. No, play the Fiery War Axe. Kill that 2/3. Do it. He's looking at Bloodfin Raptor though. And he's giving it he's giving it a charge so he can trade. Oh, I didn't see that. I wasn't looking properly. Once again, the player's playing much more on the ball than I am. I am trying to look at 2 classes, two hands at once. Maybe that's why. That's my excuse. Priest taking back control of the board, but the Boulder Fist. Actually, the Boulder Fist isn't going to be that relevant because of the Shadow Word Death. Arcanite Reaper coming down. Cleanly takes up the Stormwind guy, and now whatever the priest plays is basically getting cooked by the second swing axe. Second swing. But the Ooze. It's a good target for it. There we go. That is both Oozes now out the deck, which means he can play this Fiery War Axe and not have to worry about that. Yep. Use kills a weapon, and another weapon kills the Ooze. It's poetic justice. Ooze still being a very popular card in the meta today, dealing with Demon Hunter weapons, possibly rogue weapons. I've always enjoyed that card. Bloodfin Raptor not very exciting. It's going to draw a card. Bold Fist much more exciting, especially after the Death just got played. Yeah, Voodoo Doctor and Shattered Sun are not going to do anything here. Might want to charge. No, he's just going to hold off. And the Warrior is going to start snowballing this game. It's got 30 health to deal, but what, 14 is coming off this turn. He's got 11 armor, and we're going to need some spicy mind controls. Otherwise, no. I mean, the Boulder Fist Ogre is nice, but it's perhaps too slow at this point. Oh, using the charge. Yes, the charge is relevant. It's going to kill the Restless Rocketeer, surely. Yes. That feels good. I like it when useless cards get their moment to shine. Corcoran Elite, what's that? That's 16 damage. I think he's just going to go face. No. No. This player has other ideas. He's just going to control the board and keep pushing. That is probably better. I'm a bit of a risky player, and it's probably why I always lose. Storming Champion going to get buffed. 9. Let's see, Priest could take this back unless the... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, unless the Warrior picks up another axe or something, and that has happened. Warrior is going to take this game 2-1. So long, Priest. Just looking at the leaderboard and how it's all summing up. Warriors have won both their games. C and E will now play off against each other in a Warrior mirror match. If I had to predict, I think E is going to win just because of those Corcoran Elites and the Fiery War Axe. Stay tuned for that and the Paladin mirror match up next. Thank you for watching.